Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be doing something a little bit different and jumping into the classic world of Skyrim. Something to take a special note of is this is the special edition, not the anniversary edition. And that's kind of the whole point of this video. Um, while playing the game, trying to look into different ways of doing things, quicker ways of doing things, faster way of doing things. I came across a lot of videos talking about how to level up your destruction, but only if you had the anniversary edition, particularly going to the Hobbs Fall Cave, getting the Unbound Storm spell, and jumping across the country. Unfortunately, you cannot do that if you don't have the anniversary edition. So, this is not really going to be the most effective way to do things by any stretch of a comparison, but it is definitely what I have found to be the easiest. So, the first things first, we're going to come to the Guardian Stones, where you have your Mage, your Thief, and your Warrior Stones. We're going to take the Mage Stone because we're working on our Destruction magic and coincidentally also our Restoration spells. Once you have that activated, the other things you're going to need is you're actually also going to need the Dragonborn DLC so that you have access to the Black Books. And with the Black Books, you're going to get access to the Secret of Arcana. You'd kind of look at this and think, well, that's only 30 seconds, once a day. That's not exactly the most helpful. But while diddling with things and playing around with things, I found, I guess, possibly a little bug or a glitch, whatever you want to call it. But I believe the specific book you need to get is Filament and Filigree. I could be wrong on that. But I believe this is the one that you want to go and find. So that's kind of the downside of this video is you do need it. It not like you can just load in and jump into doing this immediately as soon as you leave Helgen. You do have to have the Dragonborn DLC. You do have to get there and find the right black book and unlock the Secret of Arcana in order to utilize this strategy for leveling those up. But it would be a fairly decent strategy if you're planning on building a mage character. So, just going to show you guys really quickly my gear to show you guys I have just Deathbrand armor and basic sneaking kind of jewelry. That's all I have going on right now. Nothing to boost my magicka, regenerate my magicka, nothing contributing to those abilities whatsoever. And you guys just saw that I took the Mage Stone, so that's just the only buff that I have to it, just to kind of help us level it quicker. As you guys can see, I'm a level 61, my Destruction is level 46, my Restoration is level 43. I have a fairly small magic pool with 150 because this build has been mainly a warrior build, so I've been doing lots of health and stamina. Just kind of going into trying to figure ways to power level some of my secondary trees, just because I want to get more skills and points so that I can put into my other main usage skills. So now that I've shown that and gotten that out of the way, we'll get into showing you guys what you're going to do to level these up simultaneously. And like I said, by far, this is nowhere close to the quickest way of doing things, but is definitely the easiest way of doing things. So we're going to go to our destruction spells. I found flames to be the most damage and the quickest, because that's how you level things up, is by doing the most damage. So you want to have flames on one hand, and you want to stick with doing the damage per second is the main thing we're looking for. And same thing with restoration. We're going to go down, and we're going to use, we don't want to do anything that's going to heal the caster. We want healing hands, because it heals the target. We're trying to heal, in this case, the horse. We don't want to be doing anything to the that's going to be charge and shoot. We want it to be a continuous stream of, ideally, until you run out of magicka, is the main idea here. So you want to have healing hands on one hand and flames or sparks or frost on the other hand. All right, so go over to your destruction. Make sure you have your the right spell on your hand. Make sure you have them separate hands. Doesn't matter which hand you put them on, as long as you have one on one hand and one on the other. Once you have done that and confirmed, then you're just going to activate. And just to double check here, we're going to make sure we have our Secret of the Arcana ability active. And that's the whole key point of this recipe. So you're going to activate it, and you're going to blast. And we're going to start a timer. As you can see, we're not using any magicka, despite blasting simultaneously both flames and healing hands. So our horse is not dying, but it is getting damaged by the destruction, and we are going to simultaneously, there's the restoration popping. The restoration will level up quicker than your destruction, just due to the nature of the skills and the abilities. Your destruction is very slow to level up. But as you will see shortly here, so it's already been about a minute now of blasting, and as you can see, as long as you keep holding the buttons down, blasting your spells, the ability does not stop. It doesn't cut off, it doesn't cut out, you just keep on blasting. And this is why we wanted the continuous blasting spells, not a charge and throw type of spell. So this wouldn't work for your runes, it wouldn't work for your, oh, there's our destruction, leveled up finally. So, like I said, it's not the fastest way to do it at all, by any stretch of the imagination, but it is definitely the easiest, as you just sit here and hold the buttons down as long as you want. Do this all day. Literally all day. But that would be, very extremely boring. But, just, if you're looking for the easiest method to the madness, this is definitely what I've found to be the most best way of going about things. So, and the best part about it is you're leveling up 2 skills at the same time, so kind of should make power leveling a little bit easier, but like I said, definitely still not the not the quickest way of doing things comparatively with the alternate method. If you have the anniversary edition, you just get Storms Unbound and just one loading screen and you're max leveled. Is legendary and then rinse and repeat, and you got as many levels as you could dream of ever wanting to get, really. So this is definitely the more natural way of doing things, you know, all things considered. But like I said, it does require you to have the Dragonborn DLC. And like I said, like you can, as long as you're holding these buttons, you're just gonna keep on blasting, and it's not gonna cost you a lick of magicka. But it does require you to have the Dragonborn DLC and to have put a little bit of time in to have gotten out the soul time, found the right book for getting the Secret of Arcana power in order to go and do this. But you can just do this all day. And then if you, as you can see here, if you stop holding and you go to do it, now you're going to start using magicka for both abilities, right? So if you you know, so you can do this as long as you want, holding the buttons all day long, leveling up those two skills. If you decide, hey, my finger slipped, or you know, because it's only good for one day, you can use this ability once a day. If you decide, you know, like I want to keep leveling this, all you got to do is wait until the next day. And now that you've waited a day, you have the Secret of Arcana recharged and ready to roll. So you can fire it up and continue blasting your horse for, again, as long as you want, or until your fingers get tired, or you get bored and want to go swing an axe or something. Yeah, so this is, like I said, I can't stress this enough. It's not the fastest way to do things, but it is definitely just the easiest way of leveling these two particular skill trees, just so that you can get the levels. And so with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have anything you would like to comment and share, or otherwise inform me of, feel free to drop a comment. I would definitely appreciate it if you guys could drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Um, I don't think I'll have a lot of Skyrim oriented videos to attribute, as there are quite a lot of videos out there. Definitely being a lot more detailed and a lot more higher information. But if you guys like what you're seeing, um, you know, maybe I'll try to put out a couple more videos, but I think this will be kind of this one, and I do have another video that I'm gonna kind of put out, just showing little things that I've found that I haven't seen anybody else do, um, or note on, or otherwise mention. So yeah, if you guys want to drop a like and subscribe to the channel and drop a comment, that would be greatly appreciated. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.